those idiots looking on dirt on me. Looking through Miles Johnson posts. Now you'll probably see one that I'm threatening to take his channel down. He got the whole bloody internet against me for trying to take his channel down. His channel is still there. Mine is gone. I wasn't going to take his channel. How can I take his channel down? Absolute lies. And then there's other ones where he claims I murdered his sister. She died in her 80s of old. Actually, she was very, very ill with various illnesses, and she ended up taking her own life at the end. She couldn't handle it. But I killed her, apparently. What else did I do? I've done so much. You'll find all these accusations on there with not one shred of evidence. And another thing as well, anyone who wants to try and dig into my background, well, they won't find anything. I'm not a dirty person, as I said. I've never done cams, never been on protest marches with racists. They're not going to dig out any of this crap on me. I am actually on the restricted intel list, so nobody would be, even if I did have a police record, nobody would be able to see it, not even the police. It's for high-level authority only. I found out that by accident. I have put the evidence of that on my Facebook. Every letter I get from the police station, whether it was regarding my sister's house invasion, my daughter, and other things. Every documentation I ever got from the police regarding anything, my daughter's death, my sister's house, anything. The forms come with restricted intel on the top. And I didn't know what it was. I just noticed it one day when I was sorting out my paperwork. I thought, what the hell is this? What does that mean? And I started checking other paperwork, and it's on everything official I get. And then one day I was at the police station. I had to go and collect some property they had from my daughter. Went to pick it up. I had to sign the form, and it came back and it had restricted intel. So while I was there, I said, well, what does this restricted intel mean? Why has it got this everywhere? I said, I keep seeing it. What does it mean? And he said, that means your file is restricted to high personnel authority only. And I said, well, what does that mean exactly? He said, well, it means a normal cop or any of the cops can't get into your file. I said, is that usual? He just shrugged. I said, what does it mean? He said, well, I don't know. He said, it's got on the system. So then I started, checking other things, and that's when I found it on everything, and it was just on everything. And so that's what it means. The police can't even get into it has to be probably MI5, I don't know. High personnel, whatever that means. High government personnel. So nobody can get into my file. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. Could be various reasons why I'm on that, but I don't know what it means in terms for me, if somebody's looking me up, or I don't know. Well, I'm not going to be looking for another job at this stage now. I'm definitely not a government job, no way, so I'm never going to need anything like that. It's not going to matter to me, police record or not, or files, no files. So whatever it is, it's something that's been there a long time, number of years. I mean, I did have that guy following me and watching me. What's his name? Paul Mark Salva, the Joint Secretary of Council or something like that. A top military guy in aerospace. So he finds my stuff interesting for some reason. But they've never been accused of being a threat to security or anything like that. Never been warned. Never been. The only hassle I get is from the cesspit truth movement. Never been warned by Syrian, my husband, the government. Nobody's ever said to me, stop talking, you or else. Nobody. The only hassle I get are from these clowns. That speaks volumes as well. They say if you want to find out what your enemy is capable of. Now, I would always think there's various things you can do when you've got a strategic mind, and you're a winner. You think about things carefully. And I always thought, well, it's better to sit back, dangle a little bit of bait, let your enemies come out into the open, see what they're capable of. Just sit back, observe, let them all reveal themselves. which is what I've been doing. This is why when people say I'm this, I'm that, and I don't get involved. I watch, I observe. That's all I do. It's all I've done for years. I know who's who. I know who owns who account. I know how many stock accounts they've got. Because you know why? Because I recognise, how would I say it? On a different level, I don't look at basic things like the things that people give you on a face level when they're putting on an act, you know, another persona. I recognise their mind, not their little tiny bit of behaviour. I get to know people's minds first. When you do that, you know all the little things they can do and they're up to, and you get to know. It's unbelievable what you can learn from observing. I mean, Darwin had it so right. Isn't that what he did? If you just sit and look and watch, and I've had a lot of time on my hands to reflect and study and things like that lately, so, and over the years I don't watch crappy videos, I don't watch people's stuff. I educate myself in different things. And I've always been a mathematical sort of type person, even though I was never good at maths, but the way I think analytically is very mathematician-wise. But I get to know people's minds, and you do that by observing. You can see where they go, what they do, what their habits are, what they like, what they don't like. They give it away. If you watch someone long enough, they give it away. So I know who owns what accounts. Don't think I'm a fool, you idiots. Don't think you're fooling anyone. I know everything. Well, not everything, but see, these people aren't clever enough. They're really not clever in handling 6, 7 stock accounts. Not clever at all. Especially for an observer who's just observing, nothing else, over a long period of time. And this is how I'm always absolutely definite on my information. Absolutely 100% without a doubt. Because I've observed that person for a long time and know what they're about. And as I said, I recognise mind waves, mind patterns, rather than things. I don't even know how to explain that. That's why I don't fall for bullshit. Don't fall for things that people are telling me when they're downright lying. When somebody's lying to my face, when somebody's lying, I'll tell you how it works with me. Somebody's lying to me. Say, you know, my brother, a little example, smashed something in the kitchen and I came in. Who broke that? And he said, no, it wasn't me. What happened was I was going over there and the cat came back. While he's telling me the lie, I hear the truth in my head. I hear him saying the truth in my head. I don't hear what's coming out of his mouth. I hear what's in the head. I get that with everybody. I get that with everybody. It drives me insane. Because then they're saying something completely different, and I'll say to them, why don't you just say what you've just said? And they go, what? Why don't you just say what you've just said in your head? This is why I am going insane with all the twistedness. Absolutely. I wouldn't even say I can read minds. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I just hear the truth coming out of their minds, and I can hear what they're saying in their heads. So I know exactly when someone's saying, even if it's a little white lie, I know exactly. And I'll just look at people and go, yeah, pull the other one, say it again. And it floors people all the time. It floors them. You can ask Miles Johnson that. He knows I'm in his head. This is why he's making me sick. Because I can see inside his cesspit, snake-ridden, cockroach-infested worm head. I can see everything in these people. I don't know how I'm going to explain this. This is why I'm absolutely 100%. And I'm never wrong. Never, 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 never have I been wrong about anybody. It's time I got this out. I know who my trolls are. They cannot hide it. As I said, I know inside their minds. I know what their grudge is. I know what they're capable of. I know their little hate inside them. I know what it is. They cannot hide it when they come after me. And I know who they all are. Get that into your thick skulls. See, to understand someone else's mind, you need to understand your own first. And I've always been a great researcher of the brain and the minds and how white people do things and my own. And I could do things from a very early age. And I used to try and teach people how to do things, especially my best friend. How to stop smoking. She wanted to stop smoking all the time. Like you say, well, this is how you do it. Make herself better, get rid of pain, loads of things. But she couldn't grasp it. She said, I don't know how. You keep saying this, but I don't know how to do it. It was me really trying to teach her how to train her own mind. You can train your own mind to be what you want it to be. Your mind doesn't control you. You control it, and you control everything. It doesn't control you. Too many people let their brains control their minds, and they don't know what they're doing. You need to gain control of yourself. I mean, I did a lot of meditation. I did spend some time with monks and things and got some training because I've been to Thailand a few times in the past, and there's some in Sri Lanka as well. I spent some time with them. You know, I've always done meditation. I find it very easy to go into the totally relaxed state. You feel like you're floating. You can't even feel, if you're sitting on the ground, you can't feel the ground. You don't feel anything. You just feel like you're just there, existing. I can get to that stage in probably about 10 seconds. I don't know if that's fast in terms of, it is really fast for me, because people say it takes a long time, but I just close my eyes and I'm there. Instantly. You know, probably even less than 10 seconds. I'm just saying 10 seconds. So I can turn off my taste buds when I don't like something, if I'm not going to like something and I have to eat it. I can turn off my taste buds so I taste absolutely nothing. I tried to teach a few people that, they couldn't do it. And it's like, to me it's like, you know, you see some people can move their ear by doing something in their jaw or something. Look at me move my ear, and you think, oh, you know, that touching. It's a bit like that. You just, you know, one of those things. I don't know how it's done, I just do it. I know for a fact there are several people doing black magic on me to harm me. Several. But I know who they all are. And I know what they're doing. And I know they can't hurt me, and they can try all they like. None of this shite will have any effect on me. It may hurt other people around me. It won't touch me. I guarantee that 1,000,000%. Nothing will touch me. Because I'm here to do something, and I have protection from higher sources. I need to make that absolutely clear. What do you all think this is all about? What does everyone think this is about? Lifelong stuff like this all my life. What does anyone think this is all for? I will be doing videos. The information's coming. I'm going to have a lot more evidence soon as well. Not that I need more. I've got mountains of it as it is already, but it needs to go a step further now. Things are at a really dangerous level, a real serious dangerous level. People have no idea. Honestly, all this bitching around and, oh God, you see all this nonsense and people just have no idea of what's going on around them. This is all distractions. All of this nonsense is distractions, and to keep me from doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I have a lot of work to do. I can't tell people what it is, but I have a lot of work to do, and all this is doing is stopping me and trying to make me self-destruct constantly. None of it is working. It gives me stress, yeah. But it's not working in the way they want it to work. Of course it's going to give me stress. I'm human. I'm not a fucking machine. But as for any other damage, no. Not happening. Not working. And people get used to stress after a while and deal with it, don't they? You can become accustomed to anything eventually when you've had enough and been there and got through it. Second time, it's easy. You've done it. So, yeah, I know a lot of these people are doing black magic on me, and I don't believe it'll work, but they bloody believe it'll work. They're doing spells left, right and centre. I can feel it, and they haven't made a secret of it, a few of them. So, if this is what they want to get rid of me, what for what? For what? What are you afraid of? What are you all afraid of? Even bringing a keno into it and everything, it's trying to frighten me. This fucking fat fuck does not frighten me. These people don't frighten me. What do you think I am? Do you think Satanists frighten me and putting spells on me frighten me? Doing black magic? Well, here's one for you. Reverse it all back on you. Everything you did to me has gone back to you 100 times. 100% guaranteed. How about that? Yeah, and Halloween's coming up. You can do great spells at Halloween. I know if you're making my list today, I'll do my list. So let's see what comes back to you. So anyone, I will say categorically now, this times, we are in end times, no doubts about it. I never believed all this rubbish. You know, since the day we're born, we're looking for the end of the world all through history. So that never really struck me before, but we're living in something. We are part of something, a big change at the moment. And it's not good. It's not good, people. It really is not good. People really need to look at their lives, just switch off everything, go look in the mirror in silence and have a really long think about what your life is about, what your purpose is about, what you want to achieve, where you're going. That's the main thing. You need to really look at where you're going. Seriously. And I'm not a religious freak, everyone knows that, but I do know good and evil when I see it. I know the difference between good and evil, definitely. And I know I'm on the side of good and always have been. No one can prove otherwise. Since my whole life, since I was a child, I've been saying. So nobody can ever drag up anything on me. I know that for a fact. Because, anyway, I'm watched all the time. By aliens, by everybody. What would I... You know, I have to conduct myself properly. Because I am watched. I know I'm watched. So I've taught myself. Anyway, I don't do dirty things. I don't want to do anything dirty things. Even if I wasn't being watched. I wouldn't be doing... I'm not that type of person. Anyway, I'm just getting on with my life and trying to be happy and just, you know, get on with everybody. I've been like that my whole life. I've got friends of 50 years and they've never even seen me have an argument. You know, my family never even seen me drunk. Like, everyone at one time has been plastered and had to get carried to bed, made a fool of himself. Everyone in my family has done it. More than once. No one's ever seen me like that. And I drink when I go out. I drink a few. I'm not a big drinker, and when I do drink, I keep control. I don't lose control. I'm the same. Nobody can even tell I've been drinking. But so we were just saying that the other day when Andy was here. We brought it up, and they said we've never had the one thing to say to you. Never seen you out of control or causing trouble or the instigator of anything. I'm actually the peacemaker. So the way I'm being portrayed at the moment is, you know, it's disgusting to me because it's not me. It's not my personality. And people don't want to be called something they're not. And, you know, people to think they're something they're not. I swear to God, I've got friends of more than 50 years, 55 years. We started school on the same day, lived in the same area, and they moved to London. 2 sisters, 2 friends. I'm friends with both of them. It's a year apart. And they moved to London, and I moved to London, and we've been friends since. Still friends on Facebook and meet up. We're just like family, really, now. So they know me more than anyone. They've verified on Facebook and conversations this. They've never seen me even argue. Not even argue with anybody. When we're out drinking, out anywhere, never, never, never. And the Irish do get into lots of arguments when they're drinking, especially families. You know, they've seen other members of my family and I've seen other members of their family. But no one's ever seen me start it. I'm always the one to try and make the peace. So, you know, it's annoying when people say you're something you're not. And, you know, the trolls are just continuing it. And as I said, these little videos are nothing. They're just little psychological punches, you know, or attempts. But it's the conversation afterwards, and then it carries on to other channels, and then it's the same gang saying the same thing everywhere. There's conversations everywhere in every other videos, and it just goes on and on and on. So it's not just the fact of a 30-second video or a 1-minute video. It's what they bring afterwards. Well, anyway, the air feels very clean. Has anyone else noticed? It feels clean around here. I don't know what it is. I just suddenly, some of the smell is gone. It really does feel a lot cleaner. I can't explain it. I just feel something is going nice. I'll probably get a shock tomorrow. But I just feel like, yeah, the tables are turning. And if we stick to our guns, as I said, the truth never dies and will stand. And I will stand up with any of these. They'll be long gone before I will. And more will come, they'll be gone, more will come, they'll be gone, and I'll be still standing. And that's been going on for a long time now. And it's not going to happen now. So people just need to give it up. Give it up and get something else in your life. You're boring me now. You're boring everybody else. You know, I've studied quite a lot of things in my life, and I did study witchcraft and black magic for a long time because I want to know, are these things true myself? It's mainly because of that, you know, is this really true? Can somebody really do that damage to me with this thing? You know, so I have studied it a long time. And I did read tarot cards a long time ago, and I've always been a bit psychic, and we've had seances in the house and things like that. You know, as you're a kid, you dabble. Because I always had weird experiences, so that actually prompts you into looking for answers and researching things and finding out what it is. What is that, you know? Nobody can really help you. It's not like you can just ring up directory inquiries or ask the doctor or anything like that. There's nobody you can go to ask. So you've got to really study it yourself. And the information that's given is crap. You can't rely on it. So you've got to do everything yourself and only go by your own experiences and judgment. And I always realised what was being said didn't coincide with anything I believed in, or you get everything thrown at you all through the years. I've heard aliens are demons, they're this, they're that. It just changes. Because I'm the age I am now, you know, not saying how old I am, but I'm in my 50s. I've seen it all once, twice, 3 times, sugar-coated, brought back, recycled, and these UFO researchers are just rekindling and recycling the old bullshit that was debunked years ago and bringing it back and still using it. And if you have any new material they don't want to know, they get jealous because you're getting material they're not. And, you know, saw a show today, went on a whole hour about, big deal about 1 dot. You know, how can they make an hour show of 1 dot? You know, he came in from the left and we observed it, and then this and that, and then I went and got the neighbour, and we're all... I get these in my garden every day. Every bloody day. I don't even bother filming them anymore, to be honest. I really do not even bother filming a lot anymore, because I have the ones already that I see. I have all the types, the different types of craft. I've got the orb ones and the ones that can move like they're sentient fluid sort of, and glow. They glow, but they move like a piece of jelly or something like that. I've got silver craft, red craft, box type craft, barrel type craft, orb type craft, invisible craft, shadow craft. I've got them all. The huge ones even. Ones with lights, ones with colours, ones at night time, ones orbs, silver globe, silver... Oh, I've got them all. Little flat discs, triangular discs, everything, loads of different things. So unless it's something really different now and big and I can get good footage, I don't even bother. I'm not going to bother. Because I have hundreds now, hundreds of clips I can put together, and the same thing, same ones coming all the time. But I did have a lot of new ones this year compared to previous years. Loads of new ones this year. I've seen things I've never seen before. It's like creatures and a whole new life. It's like SeaWorld up there. Really, it was like SeaWorld one day. I could not believe what I was seeing. Some of these things, and they're not even coloured, they're all white like the clouds, little white things, loads of different things flying around, and all shapes and sizes. Some even look like huge, massive craft, like made out of the cloud. You wouldn't even see them. You think it was a bit of cloud until you zoom in. And I got some great pictures of those ones, and they appeared in the local newspaper twice. So, you know, there's a lot going on there, but not every day. That was only that twice or 3 times I caught them weird things. They're not there all the time. So where are they coming from all of a sudden? They, you know, they were just over my house that day, loads of them, and a couple of times, but they're none of there all the time. So it's not like it's a different life that's there, we just don't know. It was only rare occasions. So where are they coming from? Who are they? You know, what are they? I can answer some of those questions, which I will be doing in my next videos. One thing about me, the information I have given and will be giving is totally new, nothing like it anywhere else. My information is totally unique to me, and I know several people have copied the bits to suit, you know, to add into their own story to make them feel and seem genuine. Oh, well, Marie's genuine, she's saying this, so that must be part of it. I'll add that in and make me seem more genuine. So that happens a lot with a few people. And other people as well, other witnesses. People steal this stuff all the time. But what I'm going to be saying in my videos will be unique to me. And what normally happens is when you come out with something new, then other people say, oh my God, yes, that happened to me. Oh my God, yeah, that happened to me. I didn't know what it was. So it will awaken a lot of that kind of things. I've noticed my things, what I say does. It awakens a lot of people to, oh my God, I never noticed that before. But that's exactly true. So I tend to do a lot of that with people. But one thing I will reveal for now is I know the ETs I deal with are coming from a region of space called a SCULPTOR galaxy, we call it. And apparently it's about 15 million light years from us. Very far, quite far. And they've told me about this area. It's not actually a planet, it's a galaxy, and it's full of different gases and whirlpools of things and all this kind of swirly kind of gases that cause explosions and nuclear stuff and a lot of that. So the beings are actually made up of those types of gases, really strange gases that are completely unknown to us. So when people talk about breeding and hybrids, I have to laugh, because if you saw what these beings are like, they wouldn't need anything from us. We're worms. Humans are worms. They don't need anything from us. So they're not going to be breeding and half-breeding and all this with us. We have nothing they want or need. We are insects to them in a jungle, in a rainforest. And they would never give us future advancements. I've spoken about this, and I work with a few professors who try to get information like this and complicated physics things for me and things like that. But they won't. I don't think I would either, to be honest, because as I said before, jumping in advancement, they did give some little things before, but look what's happened. You know, I don't think it has to be gradual. You have to evolve at a normal pace. Any jumps, it's not going to work. It will only end in failure. And I think this is what happened. The human race is a failure. We're not a successful race in terms of the rest of the universe. We're very primitive, very, very primitive. Because these ETs, when you're dealing with them, they have nothing human about them. There's no jealousy, no hate, no anger, no envy, none of that stuff, none of that. It's completely different, completely. You don't want to come back here once you've experienced it. You don't want to come back. It's like being on lockdown again in a prison. That's how I feel on lockdown. Your mind opens, and as soon as you come back down here to earth, it closes again, and you feel like it's like vice. I feel like there's a vice sometimes on my head, just tightening, keeping all the information in. So that was just the last thing there. I was drifting off of it. I was just thinking about something that brought me back to an experience. Anyway, I'll do separate videos on those. They did actually put a thing on my head. But it's not an abduction at all. I don't know why they picked me years ago, but it's been in my life since a childhood, as I said. I don't know the reason why. I'm maybe one of them here. I don't know. Experiencing things. That's why I experience everything that life has to throw at someone. I think I've experienced it. And still live to tell the tale and have that as an experience, put it down to experience, my God, you know. So there's not much now more that can damage me, or I don't know, you know. I think the worst has happened. Don't really see anything worse ever happening to me ever again. So I can take everything in my stride because I've been there, done it, read the book, bought the t-shirt, you know. And this makes me very strong. This puts me in a very strong position to do what I need to be doing now. So thanks for listening to my thoughts. I'm going to start doing the videos on my experiences, and I'll start from the very first day I remember, the very first one, and work upwards to the present day. So thank you, and have a great day, even though it's raining here in the UK as usual. Bye for now. Just to add as well, one thing I find eerie when I'm doing my backgrounds. Now, if I'm putting a series of photographs, I'm not putting them in order. I just go into my file, add the pictures anyway, no order. Sometimes I do try to get, if I'm talking about a particular person, but most of the time, if it's random backgrounds, it's just pick. But a lot of the pictures actually go with what I'm talking about, and I think a lot will find that out when they see these Illuminati cards. Now, I haven't put them in any order. I have 4 lots of files. I downloaded them all, and they just, as they are in the file, I just clicked on all of them, selected all of them, and added them. No order whatsoever, and then I added my voice afterwards. So it shouldn't be in any particular order, but you'll find that, I'm even seeing it now while I'm doing the editing, a lot of the cards will refer to what I'm actually talking about at that minute. Weird. Let's see how many you can see.